2 years ago in February, I wrote a poem on one of those weeks when it was all gray. I've never read it in public, but here goes. The life of a cowboy poet is the life for me. I used to see them working, joining Johnny on TV, often wild and woolly, yet only their mouths ran free. Now I wonder where they've gone. I wonder where they be. The life of a cowboy poet is the life I want to try. First I need to grow a mustache, like the handles on a longhorn steer. Then maybe learn to ride a horse, in case a photo op comes near. Buy a saddle, rent some boots, acquire a tobacco stash, a Stetson and a lariat. Going to require some cash. Guess I'll sell the chickens, hard to herd them anyway. But there is another thing. What have I got to say? I need to study the masters, those feckless hatted kings, riding into festivals, horse trailers parked a mile away. One stayed over and that last mile make for a long, hard day. They'd light up a campfire with a somber tale of woe, yet roll out of bed on cold, hard ground, laughing as they go. Have they died to cancer like the Marlboro Man? Or are they lighting up the bingo game on a local nursing plan? I can't find them anymore, can't even buy them in the store. So proud when they rode high, white man against a red man's sky. Endless days before they die, endless tales to laugh and cry. Endless stories, mostly lies. I thought I'd give myself a try. So, it was finally February when I took myself to town. It was snowing heavily. I couldn't see the ground. I hadn't seen a mirror since I started to feed the stove. There was no telling who I'd scare as down the road I strode. The dogs were glad to see me as I entered into town. They might have thought I was one of them, the hair all hanging down. I stopped by a friend whose waters ran, not all due this time of year. His was hot and steamy, cased in shiny porcelain. I climbed down off my high horse, the only horse I ride, and begged myself a bath, surprised he let me inside. I scrubbed my back and soaped my pits, both above and down below, squeezed my nose and rubbed my eyes, soaped my hair real slow. One of these pages. The water kept on running hot, so I let it glow. It melted oils, peeled off my back. The drain was black as crow. Your nose it is a wrinkling, more than you want to know. I wiped the steam off mirrored glass to see what I could see, but even with that first attack, I did not know 'twas me. I took scissors to my beard, my mustache followed soon, my forelock, eyebrows, mutton chops, whiskers scattered round the room. Elbows peeled, warts were burned, toenails filled the sink, 'cause when it's time to go to town, life's worse than you think. I took a toothbrush to my teeth, the blood it ran real red, till yellow ivory peeked through from there inside my head. But with the battle over, when the face was norm, I pulled my dirty boots back on and went out in the storm. I thanked him kindly on the step. Friends like that are hard to find. And even abbreviated February can weigh heavy on one's mind. So, I always wanted to be a cowboy poet, riding towards sunsets in the west. But here in Vermont, where all is green, we have to do our best. Our horses all have four-wheel drive. Don't make you sore to ride. It's just the price of fuel that nibbles at your pride. We've got cows and we've got boys, and while poets may be scarce, we got stank from hauling wood out of the wilderness, hauling wood and hauling sap, sweet nectar from the maple trees. Those western boys on long dry rides would envy us when Flack Jacks were served.